welcome back to the show. And like we introduced, our guest needs no introduction. Like we always say, in every generation, there are artists that don't just perform, they define the standards. For over 4 decades, our guest remains one of Nigeria's most distinguished voices on screen, a legendary actress, a director, educator, and cultural matriarch.
Hi, good to have you, Mama.
Good to have you on the show. Welcome from London to Lagos to London. Yes. And you're the recipient of the Silverbird Lifetime Achievement Award. It's an honor to have you on Silverbird today. Welcome to the show, Mama.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, Mama. So after over 4 decades in the industry.
I'm so sorry, but I like that word, cultural matriarch.
Yeah, it's very definitive. And that's what you stand for.
And I love how you blushed.
I'm telling you. I thought that was lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So after over 4 decades in the industry, how does it feel to actually receive a Lifetime Achievement Awards? Because looking at your journey, and I know you talk about your journey a lot, you know, receiving training, and you talk about the younger ones not getting it right because they want things done sharp. But looking at your process so far, how does it feel receiving this Lifetime Achievement Award?
I felt elated. Honestly, when I got the letter, when I got the information, when I got everything, I was like, wow, okay. You know, because the Silverbird Awards are highly respected. So, you know, to then receive the Lifetime Achievement Award, I think that's it's something to be proud of. Honestly, I feel really elated. I received my first Lifetime Achievement Awards when I was 50. Wow. And I was so excited. I was jumping all over the place. Hey, I'm like Jodie Foster. You know, this time around, I'm more reflective. It's a more reflective response to it. And, you know, to see what has happened even in the industry over that period, you know, so that's how I feel.
When you look at the journey from Lagos to London, spanning all the 4 decades, I mean, how would you describe your legacy? Did you even imagine this type of legacy, or imagine how, you know, it would have been for you?
No. All I wanted to be when I started was a good actress, was a great performer. That's how far I thought. That's all I wanted to be. And then I got married to Olu Jacobs, who then wanted to express himself in so many dimensions. Yeah. Wanted to not only be an actor but also a producer, also a trainer, and was interested in distribution and all that. I know, you know. So and so that has been a lot of what has shaped the journey thus far. Being able to do what one wanted to do, which was to express oneself in the theater, to express oneself in front of the camera, to express oneself performing on audio as a performer, being a voice actor. One has been able to do all that, and you know, and I'm very grateful for that. Yes.
Okay, so thank you for that. So, considering that you trained formally professionally in London, how did that discipline actually shape the actress that we see today?
On 2 levels. The first level is the fact that one got very intense, very focused training.
Yeah, extremely focused.
I'm telling you, because I went into drama school a size 14. I came out a size 8. I remember my father once when he visited that, at that time I was shrinking, you know, and he goes, what's going on? You know, because you were if you were not doing movement, you were doing dance. If you were not doing dance, you were, you know, your body was in constant motion. And you know, and then even voice work was involved the body, and you know, so your body was being treated as an instrument. Your body was your instrument of work, so it was being shaped, and of course the mind as well, you know. So it was extremely intense. Work started at 8. You needed to be work didn't start at 8, but you needed to be in the academy by 8:30 latest. After that, you were late. You know, and then you could go on till about 10, you know, at night. so so the intense work that one got, the intense training that one got, was I will always be grateful to my parents for allowing me to do that. And you got to understand. I mean, I'd been working before I went to drama school. I'd been working on all the platforms. I'd been working on. I worked at the National Theatre for Nigeria's 25th anniversary. 21st anniversary of Nigeria. I performed Jero's not Jero's Metamorphosis. We had done Jero's Metamorphosis before then, but after that we did something for Nigeria's 21st anniversary. So I'd been working professionally, but even to go into drama school, I had to train to get into drama school. I had a tutor, Gordon Luck, who was one of the seminal writers on speech. So I trained with him before I then went for drama school. I coached with him, and so I got into all the schools, and I got my I could then pick and choose where I went, However, now I said it was on two fronts, because the second front was that I did it in a place where a performer is highly respected. In England, if you're a theatre performer, people hold you in high esteem. And the fact that you're a theatre performer and then you have the skill to transition to camera, it's even, it's a double, so that, and you will find that, somebody wrote a paper a while back about people who had trained abroad, who had worked a bit abroad and came back home. You find that there's a bit more longevity. Their sense of pride in the profession is a bit higher than those who haven't. I think we're influencing what's happening now.
Okay.
Yes.
So what has been your most demanding role? You've been in loads and loads of both stage and films across generations. What has been your most demanding role emotionally that you would describe?
I really don't. I can't pick any, because it's usually the latest one.
Okay, so you don't like to go all the way back.
Yes, it's always the latest one, because because you see, there's always a danger. If you look at a piece of work and say, oh, okay, I can do that at the drop of a hat, that's dangerous, because the likelihood of you phoning in a performance is high. So you need to go through the process. Are there parts that I've enjoyed immensely? Yes. One of my favorite parts has been the part of Mama Femi in Ada the Country, which was theatre. I loved playing her. And again, another mother in Mama. This one is Mama in A Tray of Locust Beans that's about to come out, written by Irelu Bisi Fayemi. I like Mama. Mama is totally different from from what people expect of me. Yes.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Now, looking at the industry today, and then the academy that you have, that's the Photo Academy. What gap did you actually see in the industry that inspired, this is actually needed to be able to fill in the void, to see the creative industry moving forward?
It was the fact that the style of performance had moved to realism, all right, and what we were doing was still declamatory. Learn your lines, come on stage, bring it out, and now, what about internalizing? What about internalizing so that it's flowing from what you have internalized? That was the gap that we saw. That was one. Then the other gap was also, how do you transition? Because a lot of our training was for theatre. How do you then transition? Because as a theatre actor, you're highly skilled, but the skill that you need to bring those skills, right, but transition them into film. So what are the skills that you need to be able to do that successfully? So those were the gaps we saw.
You're very open about dignity, women empowerment, and dementia awareness. How's your personal journey sort of brought light to your, especially for women? You're very passionate about women, women rights. So how's your personal journey sort of brought light to all these various forms of advocacy that you're passionate about?
Currently, we're about the film Mothers of Chibok is about to be released, and that kind of that really speaks to that question that you're asking, because Mothers of Chibok is a film by Joel Kachi Benson, an incredible director who did Daughters of Chibok. And from doing Daughters of Chibok, which he did as virtual reality, he then noticed the mothers and decided to, okay, let's do the story on the mothers. How has their journey been, and he's followed their journey through the tragedy and how they have coped over the last 12 years. Okay, and it's an amazing piece of work. It's a work that shows you women who have been through the fire, who have learned to live with the fire, who have learned to laugh, who have laughed in the fire, who have and made sure. And it's a film that also focuses on education, that says that yes, you may have taken my children or you may have taken my daughter, because she was being educated. However, I will insist on educating, and that's their resistance. I will insist on educating my other children as well. So all the work that they do, all the farming they do, is to get them enough money to pay for their other children to go to school. That's their resistance.
Amazing. Yes. Can't wait to watch the movie.
Actually, and this will be released on the 28th, right?
No. It's released on the 27th.
27th.
Yes, and it's released across Nigeria and Ghana on the 27th. And the premiere is on the 28th.
So how does this project actually reflect where you are now currently? This project that you're doing, the Mothers of Chibok. But me, I enjoyed your role in Fumilayo and some Kuti though.
I enjoyed that as well.
I enjoyed that.
Yes, that was great fun working with Bolanle on that, on and being the voice and giving the gravitas to the story, to the arc of the story.
So I can't wait to see this particular one.
Yes.
So what would you say your reflections are on this particular project, and how has it shaped you? As the collaborating with Kachi on Mothers of Chibok, I'm looking forward to the reaction of the audience after the premiere, because for me and for most people who have seen it, it gives you a paradigm shift. You get a paradigm shift. I mean, the music by Cobhams is incredible. There's a way in which it's repeated, and when you leave the cinema, you're going to be humming that tune. But apart from that, you're also going to see work that has been so well done, and so well done because when you look at the story of these women, what comes to you is their incredible dignity in their simplicity, and the dignity, and so it's been shot like that. And like I said, there will be, for me, the paradigm shift was kilomeka. What are you, what are you looking for? What's that? When you have community, you've got everything. Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So but then I'm looking forward to finding out how it affects people. Yes.
I can't wait to watch it.
Thank you.
All right. So when young actors look at you today, what do you hope they learn beyond talent? when they look at you? Because again, you have the conversation of a lot of people don't really think stage is as important and theater, and never just wants to be an actor and just goes to the big screen now. But when you look at your journey, you've gone through the highs and the lows of the industry, and you're still very relevant. So what do you want young actors to pick from your life?
One, how collaborative our industry is. I really get upset when actors have no respect for those behind the scenes. It's so important, because if you don't have those people behind the scenes, you're not going to look good. You know, you need to respect their work as well. So it's that the story may be about your character, but all of you are collaborating. So I really would appreciate that sense of collaboration. Two, not everybody is meant to be a theater performer. Not everybody. There's some people who their journey is camera. That's their journey. There's some people, their journey is voice performance, you know, and we're going into the era now when voice performance is going to be very important. I hope we can get we get value, the proper value for it. But I think what's important is something that my foster mother told me before she passed away. As she was passing away, when she said to me, Joke, I'm so actor, you know, Oda, be the best at it, you know, and that's it. Whatever you find to do within this incredible, amazing industry that allows you to enter the bedrooms that most diplomats can't, and allows you to enter places that most people can't, that may not give you the kind right here, may not give you the kind of monetary value that you should have, but gives you other things as well. Let's do it to the best of our ability. Let them say that one has been able to, one did it that way, and one was so resilient, and one did it with dignity, and they can do the same, and they are doing the same, and they will do better. Yes,
I really love that. For every conversation we have, you always mention collaboration. That's always the number one key for the youth of today. So looking at the years that how far you've come, I mean, your authenticity cannot be traded for anything. Like, you're so authentic and you're so real. What has actually kept you going aside from the authenticity? And then what would you say excites you about acting? Even 10 years, from 10 years now, like, you still want to act. What actually excites you, keeps you bubbling?
It's getting a good piece of work. When I get a good piece of work, I want to get my teeth into it. I want to understand the character. I want to immerse myself, because I think sometimes what our work allows us to do is to help people understand people. You know, so when there's good writing that's nice and nuanced, then you get into the mind of this person and you serve her to the audience without any of your own, you know, I agree with you, it's the character. Just serve this character, because somewhere along it will resonate with someone, and they'll say, is this what I do? You know, and it could be good, it could be bad, but it's there, it's a serving. Yes, that's what excites me.
Just to wrap up the conversation, there's one advice you give to Nigerian creatives, African creatives. What would it be now, or just in the next generation of Nigerian creatives? What would it be?
Love your country and love your continent. Okay, yeah. Why? Since we're rounding up.
Yes.
You know, the thing is that we forget that other parts of the world that we run to were built. And built sometimes by us as slaves. But you know, so what I'm trying to say is that we need to build ours. We are building ours. Mistakes are made, yes, and they've been made. Read the history of any nation in this world. You will find some things that are so ghastly, and you say to yourself, Heavenly Father, I'm grateful I'm a Jew.
Yes, definitely.
Yes,
Those moments are there.
so you need to, and in the history of nations, at 60 we are young. In human being terms, we are old. A human being at 60 is the young,
Advanced, no,
is the youngest of the old people.
Okay.
Yes, we are
Other
still young.
countries,
But you know, as a nation, as being in charge of our nation, 60, we're young, and we've made some amazing strides. Have we made mistakes? Yes, and we must correct them. We must critique ourselves, correct our mistakes, and then forge ahead. But a nation is destroyed not from people attacking it from outside, but by its people hating who they are. When you hate who you are, you don't need anybody to do any investment. Your nation is destroyed. So I met some young people recently. I was so excited. I said, that's it. These young people who are like, now we have this challenge. How do I fix it? What's my role in fixing it? And that's the way we need to think.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you so much, ma'am. This is where we wrap up. Who is just the last question? Who is Joke Silva when the camera is off? When you are not on camera,
Aura is already spelling it out.
I'm not sure that it's me you should be asking. It's either my children or my support staff. Those are the ones you should ask. Me, I would say, I'll give you one answer and they'll probably give you another. So,
but I'm sure you have stories for this.
Yeah.
I can tell you have stories for this to tell them. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really nice having you on the show for over 40 years. She has not just acted, but shaped culture, nurtured talent, and strengthened institutions. And as she receives the Lifetime Achievement Awards, because your story reminds us that legacy, discipline, and vision are very paramount. Yeah.
So from me to you, congratulations.
Congratulations, ma'am.
Yeah.
All right, so this is where we wrap up this side of the conversation. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming on the show. We'll see you on Sunday as you receive the Lifetime Achievement Awards.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We'll take a break and we'll be back after this break. Don't go anywhere.